So let's get into the Fourth Amendment, which is a biggie.
Right.
And as a former prosecutor, Mr. Lou,
Well,
take it away.
so again, the Fourth Amendment is, again, and one of the things that people very often don't quite understand is that when they look at the Fourth, Fifth, Sixth, Seventh, Eighth, as well as the 14th Amendment, which we'll also talk, which deals a lot with due process, is that it's confined to criminal courts. And really, it's not. It's whenever the government is taking any type of action against you, and it's an official governmental action, then some of these rights, in fact, many of these rights apply. But putting it into the most common realm that you deal with it is the criminal courts. Fourth Amendment is the privilege against unreasonable searches and seizures. And the sum and substance of it is that people have the right to be secure in their their property, their places, and their person. And so what that means is that the government cannot forcibly enter your house to obtain evidence against you. They cannot force you to give evidence against yourself as far as physical evidence. And that's what the Fourth Amendment deals with, is physical evidence. And
if I can,
go
real
ahead.
simple. The language really, even though it was written in 1791, you still can understand. It's not like it's some Shakespearean thing where you're kind of, what does that say? Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure, as Lou says, in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
Right. And that's where a lot of it comes down to, and that's the key thing, is probable cause is a standard that any governmental agency, any law enforcement agency has to meet in order to get a search warrant to basically forcibly go in and seize items. And a search warrant, depending upon the jurisdiction, is something that can be very simple or very, very detailed. It can go from just back in the old days, back when I first began as a prosecutor, when you're going for a search warrant on a house and you're looking for, it was very sort of generic papers, evidence, it was very, very simple. Nowadays, especially like if you want to get a search warrant for a cell phone or something like that, it's very detailed. And in fact, by case law that's come out in many different jurisdictions, including the U.S. Supreme Court, it has to be very detailed and lay out not just what you're looking for, but how it directly ties back to the crime, the timeliness, why you still believe the evidence is there, and why you believe it's in this location. So the way that I teach it at the police academy is that the steps that you have to go through is, okay, tell me what you're looking for. Tell me why it ties into this crime that's being alleged and how it ties into the crime that's being alleged, where you believe it's going to be located, why you believe it's going to be located there, and why you believe it's still going to be at that place. And so that's essentially search and seizure in a nutshell. What you're looking for, all the way down.
Right.